Welcome back to another episode here on The Richter Show. So I'm going to be reviewing today the Holiday Inn Resort in Bali, Indonesia. Now, I don't have many comparisons when it comes to the Holiday Inn abroad since I'm based in the US. So this will be the first one that I've ever used internationally. So I'm going to try to give it a fair rating. If I try to compare it to the ones in the US, which I have stayed in some Holiday Inns in the US before, but this, in comparison, this is a 5-star in comparison to the Holiday Inns back in the US, which I would probably give him a 1 or 2 star at best. And that's just my honest opinion, my honest review, based on my experience always. If you've been following my channel, you know that I usually stay at Best Westerns, and I usually reserve Best Westerns and talk about Best Westerns. And there is a Best Western here in Bali. Unfortunately, since I was traveling with multiple people, I couldn't book as many rooms as I needed at that Best Western. So I went ahead and I had to look for an alternative, and I booked a Holiday Inn. Therefore, I'll be reviewing a Holiday Inn here in Bali. So let's dive right into it. First, I want to start off by saying that from the moment I arrived, I booked everything online, I checked everything online, and the process of check-in was easy. It only took me a few minutes, just a typical and verify your passport, the booking reservation, and we just moved on. From the get-go, they've been very kind, very courteous. The Indonesian people have been very nice to me. And I was actually feeling a little bit sick, and they actually took me to the pharmacy for free, no charge whatsoever. They actually drove me to the pharmacy, and then they brought me right back to the hotel. And I was actually very grateful for that, and that was very thoughtful. That I didn't have to pay extra for it, just because I had a little bit of a sore throat. So I went over there and I got some antibiotics, came back, no extra charge. So that was good. This is a resort. Technically, it's a resort, so it's not your typical hotel. I am going to show you all around some places that I went to, some places that I saw. Technically, this is the biggest room, so I'm going to show you the biggest room as well. You can technically fit 4 people in this one, so here it goes.
So this is the actual main entrance of the actual room that I'm at. It has some comfortable seating outside, a little desk. It's a nice clean area, a lot of windows, so that way you can get a lot of sun in. It's very clean. You can see that everything is well maintained. Obviously, that's me getting into the room, showing you that it's comfy to get into, and that's actually the room that I stayed at. So, ready? And there you have it. So in this particular room, we got 3 beds. And now there's a little mini fridge on the bottom, and there's places so you can make coffee if you want to. Water bottles for free, obviously on top. That's a sofa bed, because I was actually with 4 people, so we kept the sleep comfortable. And flat screen TV, nice comfy room. There's more mirrors over there, an area where you can sit. Turn the lights on for a moment. And of course you have a closet, and you have an ironing board, umbrella, and an iron. That way, if you need to straighten out your clothes, you can. Now let's go to the bathroom. It's a really big and really spacious bathroom. As you can tell, you can take a bath over here on this side, and you can shower on the opposite side, and obviously the toilet's right next to it. And I'll give you a view from the other angle so you can see how the beds are set up in this room in particular.
And I'm also going to go ahead and show you some little snippets here and there of how the resort looks like from the inside, from the outside, and here it goes.
So this is actually one of the entrances to the area of the resort where all the rooms are at, and that's your view as soon as you walk out of it. It's really nice. Everything's really tidy. Decorations are great. A little play area for the kids. And this is more towards the middle. These rooms are different. They're actually smaller. There's 3 levels on this side of the building. Now, I do have to mention that there's different buildings all around. So you might get lost at first, but you'll find your way as soon as you go to the main entrance of where everybody's at. So these are just basically rooms. And of course, here you have a chess area. This is actually like almost life-size chess. So if you know how to play chess, you know what place to go to. And up there is actually the gym. This is the gym from the inside. Flat screen TVs, a lot of machines. I was actually a bit impressed that everything was working nice. You have a little bit of everything, some free weights. And of course, more decoration on another part of the buildings. Once again, this is more rooms where you can stay at. This one actually had 3 levels as well. Now, this is what you see from the back of the actual resort. It's a beach area. Mostly there's like little fishing boats on there. I did see a few people showering in here, but most people would go a little bit more towards the right area and they would actually swim on over there. And here we have sculptures. Now, this is actually more of an Indonesian folklore and traditions. I'm going to show you a little bit of the other side as well, so you can see that you can walk all of this all the way to the end. It's just be complete beach, and you can just shower without any cost everywhere. And here's a little bit of a close-up of it, and me, of course, in it to show that I'm actually there, and to show everyone that I did come here. Really nice to see it. So I'm going to walk a little bit around the beach so you can see that it is free and clear. And there was actually not that many people around there. It is a bit of an early morning, so that's probably why there wasn't that many people. The sun does rise pretty early, at least while the time that I stayed there. And let me show you how it looks like from the back of the resort. So that's the entire resort over there, and you have an idea of it. This is actually next to the resort. There's some little shops, little areas where people can just walk around, buy things. A lot of motorcycles, as you can see. Now, this is the breakfast. I'm going to show you a little bit of the breakfast area. It also turns into a restaurant after the breakfast. And it has a lot of space, comfy seating. There's a lot of buffet areas towards the left side where I'm showing you right there. And here's me, of course, getting some of the food, and I tried something different. This is included at least with the room that I got. If not, you have to pay for it. And some fruits that I got. It has a lot of variety, actually, I should say. A lot of variety for the breakfast. There's more of a bigger buffet inside there. It wasn't really worth it to go inside since it had really nice weather. Now let's take a little bit of a stroll around the resort. And here's another area where you can come and sit. This is right next to the other restaurant that's here. Here's another angle, another view of it. You can come and sit here. As long as you're part of the resort, you can come and you can chill here if you want. Come out, just read a book or just relax. That's the entire resort. All of this is free for usage. And of course, there's a pool area. It's nice and big, comfy pool. It is pretty hot, so you'll enjoy the pool area a lot. And there's some areas where you can kind of play games if you want, like beach volleyball. There's a lot of places if you just want to like suntan, or you just want to come out and enjoy the sun, enjoy the breeze. And over here, there's a pool that's more for like kids. It's not that deep. There is a bit of a gaming area as well inside of the resort. And there's an area where you can watch TV as well if you want. There's some board games. A lot of area where you can play and just bring friends as well. You can save if you want to be on your laptop or something. And over here you actually have a pool table. There's some shops inside as well. And of course I had to chill a little bit and try some local beer. I actually did like it. It's very light. Now let's go to the dinner. I had dinner at the resort as well. It was included with my room, so this is some of the food. And there are 2 restaurants inside, so you can go to either, or it doesn't really matter, and you'll get to eat there for free. Or you can order something else that's off the menu if it's not included, or if you just simply don't want to get the free stuff that comes with the room, that specifically the one that I got. So here's more food, pizza. It's a lot of variety, actually. And at nighttime, this is more or less what it looks like. It's the same area that I was walking earlier by, so you have an idea how it looks at night. And that's the other restaurant. That's the opposite from where the breakfast area was. And of course, here I am. Sometimes there is a bit of a live band that comes and plays some nights. And then again, I try a different type of local beer because I like trying different beers in different countries. Not bad, yeah. And here's another performer as well. Once again, live band, so that way you can relax and enjoy some music while you eat and enjoy the show. Some local talent. And even more food for dinner. So as you can see, I already had started eating it before I started filming. And you can see that there's different varieties. And this is a very interesting and really cool and nice dessert that they actually brought out. I really liked it.
So with that said, I'm going to give this hotel a rating on the Richter scale. A 5 out of 5. Now I'm giving it a 5 out of 5s, mostly because I have no way to compare it to any other international Holiday Inns, and the only closest thing that I can compare it to is the Holiday Inns in the US, which are night and day in comparison to this one. So by far, this has been the best Holiday Inn that I've stayed at, and the people have been very nice. They've been very kind, courteous. I enjoyed every minute, every day that I've been here. Things are basically open until late, if not even 24 hours. Everything is so close by to me. Now, let me rephrase that a little bit. What I mean by close by means like there's shops and there's places that I can go and visit. But if you want to see the main attractions that you see on like Instagram, Facebook, other people's stories, it is going to be a bit far. It's going to be either like an hour and a half or a 2-hour drive from here. So the only thing that's really close to here is actually the airport, and it took from the airport about maybe 13 minutes. It's funny because if you take a vehicle, it takes you 13 minutes, but if you walk here, which I wouldn't recommend, it will take you 20 minutes. So I am really close to the airport. That's the advantage, but the disadvantage is that I'm really far away from the actual main attractions that are offered here in Bali. But I do have a beachfront, which is amazing, so that's always a plus. And I really appreciate it, everyone that's been following me so far, and for you that are watching me for the first time, or that you haven't subscribed but you have watched me before, I would really appreciate it if you like to subscribe, so that way you can help me grow this channel and I can motivate myself even more to show you more honest reviews and show you places, and that way you can be more informed before you come here, and that way you know what you're getting into and you have an idea before you get here, because it might not be your cup of tea, or it actually might be exactly what you're looking for, or maybe something in the middle. But I do appreciate either way, even if you just stick around and look at it. It does help the algorithm. And like always, don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like these here only on The Richter Show. See you on the next hotel resort review.
Shout out to the host of the Richter. This the Richter Show. The Richter Show.